Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 67 of Direwolf20's server play series. Hanging out on the server, and at the moment I think I'm the only one on. Wow, that's pretty unusual. Usually there's at least a couple people hanging out, but not today. That's okay. I think I already poked Soren. I'm like, yo, you should come hang out. So I think he just joined me on TeamSpeak. Is that you, Soren?
Yep.
Yo, what's up, dude? I'm checking in on my anti-Richard G stuff. Wahaha. Yeah, I need to get Richard G to like be on the server before that episode airs.
I need to update.
Yeah, there's a couple updates. I think like Railcraft and Thaumcraft and something like that. All right, so this stuff is all cool. This episode, I want to look into this crazy block, the MFFS Defense Station. There's all kinds of crazy settings we can put on here. I need to check it out. Also, talked to Thunderdark today. He told me that now, Soren, by the way, MFFS can, in the version that he just pushed, I don't know if it's on the server yet or not, but the camouflage blocks can be made of any block in the game, whether it's a mod added block or whatever. He like auto detects it somehow, and like you don't have to like do anything. Just like as long as it's a block, it can be a camo. How cool is that? I can't wait to try it out. I want to have a little bit more fun than I've already been having with MFFS, I think. Like, this is like my round one of the modular force field stuff, so I hope you guys are enjoying it because I've kind of got an interesting idea for future plans for the force field stuff. So, yeah. How about I get situated, get ready to start checking out the defense station. I'm going to make a couple things. I should also get that rubber tree farm going at some point because I really need some rubber. Like, pretty badly. How am I doing for rubber? I've got a little bit. I could use a little bit more. Right now, what I've been doing for rubber, by the way, is using propolis. If you centrifuge propolis, you get resin, and then you can extract that into rubber. So, I mean, like, that's an option for now, but it's not the best one. I'm going to send this guy to get more bees. Get me some bee products, Mr. Turtle. Thank you kindly. And then I'll go inside here and get myself a stack of propolis or so. That'll get me a stack of resin. Cool. I hate having to close doors behind me. That's no fun. Oh, look, I already have a stack of resin in there. Nice. See how easy that is? So just centrifuge the stuff. It works great. So yeah, let me get the items I'm going to need to get started here. And then I have Soren logging in because I want him to be my test subject on this little adventure. Going to go, see what kind of fun we can have. All right, I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, I am back, and we're going to be doing a little bit of experimenting with MFFS here, because I'm not sure how these blocks react to, like, red power and buildcraft. Like, can I pump items out of these inventories? I don't know. That's the question of the hour. But we're going to get situated and start figuring it out. Soren, you with me here, buddy?
Almost.
Cool. Soren just got logged into the server with his update, so I'm creating a power link card, and I'm hooking it up to this dude. Cool. So you can see we've got plenty of force energy going on here with the power link, and then I'm going to create a security card and install it. Cool. So now our MFFS defense station is linked to our power link here, and it's linked to the defense station here. Awesome. And it even gives you the XYZ coordinates in the world, and if it's valid or not. That's kind of neat too. I'm going to need some of these guys, the range expanders, it looks like, and they should be available to me right here. Are these all the focus matrices I have left? I guess that's all. So let's see how this works. If I put one of these in here, the perimeter warning goes up by 1. If I put one of these in here, the action realm goes up by... Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting. Okay. Perimeter and... Okay. That's cool. I wonder if that's on purpose or a bug. I should check with Thunderdark on that. And then over here, I can tell it what happens. So right now, my perimeter of warning...
Oh, actually, Thunderdark pinged me, like...
Is he around?
Actually, that was around 2 o'clock. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's not near that early. So I'm going to bump this action range up by 2. So this should act in a 2-block radius. So someone's going to have to come stand right next to this defense station. Send info to player without stay right. Okay. And...
You're going to need to use your portable hole above you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Put my stuff so in case I die.
I don't think you'll die.
Okay. This looks
Alright.
very dangerous.
So I need you to describe to me what happens. I'm taking your security card out. So you shouldn't have access to anything anymore, right?
Uh-huh.
Can't access any blocks?
No.
Alright, so right now it's on the inform setting. So I imagine when I activate this, because you're standing somewhere near this block, it should start warning you that you're within the radius.
Go. Okay.
What happened
Yeah.
there?
Half a heart and get out immediately. You have no right to be here.
So that's what it does? It just does half a heart of damage and tells you, like, hey, you're too close?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
If I leave, enter the area, it tells you the same thing.
Oh, cool. Oh, and then it
server
crashes
crash.
the server. Got the server back up and recording again. So now what I'm going to put it on, Soren, is not kill, because I'm pretty sure that'll kill you. But it will gather your equipment. Do you have any items on you right now?
I have 2 linking books.
2 linking books, huh? I'm going to give you some stuff.
Woohoo! Useless stuff!
Yay, junk. Alright, I don't want to kill you, but I want to mess with the search mode, which scans player without the AAI permission, which is one of these. Allow have all items. That's what allow all have. Okay, cool. And remove banned items. So I'm going to say cobblestone is banned. Cool.
Whoa, my cobblestone!
Did it
You
take it?
searched for illegal
Nice.
goods.
That is cool. So I stole your cobblestone. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to items allowed is cobblestone. And what that should do is steal everything but your cobblestone. So you can have your cobblestone back.
Okay. Oh!
Did it take it? Nice.
Yep.
I've got your linking books. That is epic. It took everything but your cobblestone. That is so cool. I think I'm totally making like Ender Pearls banned.
Yes.
I wonder if it takes armor from you though.
I'm sure you can set that. Oh, later.
I'm giving you armor.
Okay.
Wear it.
Look at I can jump!
Goggles too.
Oh, I didn't notice I had.
Does it scan your armor? Yeah, it does.
Oh.
That is funny. Oh, that is too cool. Oh, that is so awesome. I love it.
Does it put it in the block or?
Yeah, it does. Like, I've got it right here.
Oh.
Oh, you know what my next question is? Can I pump items out? Alright, so let's make cobblestone band again. And now I want to get a filter. You wait down there for a sec, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't have gold in here? How fail is that? I need to run my quarry again. I'm low on gold. I know, right? Alright, so let's see what eye-sided inventory filters can mess with. Ooh, we got the new version of this on the server. That's cool. We've got this version. Nice. New version of EE.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
What is that?
It puts like a little thingy over the block that you're going to transmute.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty nice looking. Except it seems to be failing in a couple spots. Like it's rendering funny or something. Oh well. I'll show Pahimar later. Alright, now what I'm going to do is set up the filter here and just make it so that it is orientated that way, I think. And let's pump items out with a button. Okie dokie, that didn't do anything. Now here we go. I'm stealing your cobblestone.
Okay.
Nice. Now I'm going to pump items out. Oh, you know what? It took the cobblestone out, but it couldn't place it inside this block, in the security storage block.
No access. Oh.
It's all good.
See, what can I make with a string, a bone, and 30 stone? Button.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to do it this way now. There we go. Take some cobblestone back, and then I'm going to steal it from you.
Ooh, I got a couple.
No cobblestone for you. And then, boom. Nice. So it can pump out that direction. That is cool. So you can get it back, right? But no, like, the plan here is, obviously, I can take people's inventory who are not allowed to be in my house, and then I can pump it into a chest for storage later. Now, you note there's also, like, a warning parameter here that builds up. So what should happen is, like, here, Soren, go, like, towards the end of the tunnel over there.
You can't pump it out while it's spawned, though.
Oh, no? And I crashed the server. Alright, guys, we're back. I crashed the server a few times here, but that's okay. Sent the crash bug to Thunderdark. There's actually a new version of the mod in the pending, so I'd like to see if that fixes the bug. But, yeah, that should be cool. So I let these people all have, you know, access to not lose their items. That's kind of good. And Soren's not losing his item, even though the block is powered at the moment. Now, Soren, let's see if you leave the force field area and it crashes the server again.
Okay.
We determine anytime... Oh, yeah, it did. And guys, we are back. We updated to the new version that we had in the pending mods folder, and it still didn't fix this bug. Basically, anytime Soren walks away from this block and he leaves the area of the block's control, it crashes the server if the block is activated. So, a little bit of a crash bug there. Unfortunate, because I really wanted to use this against Richard G. Like, steal all those items. I thought that would be hilarious. But we'll have to just kill him instead. That'll work. But I will definitely be using this defense station in my, you know, planned builds. I kind of have like this crazy plan of like a whole force field area, like just like a whole area in New Digger that's dedicated to like my force fields and all this crazy stuff I want to do. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it all off, but I kind of think I might want to start playing with that. Like maybe even build a nuke out there to power it all. Like, it'll be my nuclear-powered force field base, and it'll be epic. We'll have to wait and see. So, now that we've tested this block and determined that it kind of crashes the server if we play with it too much, I'm going to hold off on using it for now. So let's take all the stuff out of here. I might even break the block, so let's get this wrench thing going on. There we go, and yoink. Wrench away. Hey, there it goes. Cool. Alright, good deal. So I'll put this stuff away and maybe play with that block another time. I think that would be wise. Soren stole my cobblestone.
I noticed. I was like,
I think I'll live.
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright, guys. So I dubbed this force field system to be in pretty good shape. Like I said, I really wanted to use this defense block for some cool purposes, but with it being bugged right now and crashing the server every time we use it, not good. So I'll be back in just a few minutes when I'm ready to start working on what'll kind of be like a newish build, because I think I have an idea of something I want to do. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Alright, I'll be back. You don't have to spit cobble all over my house. That's okay. Put down a wooden golem if you're going to spit things all over the place, would you? Alright, I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, I am back. Neptune Pink and Tog are on the server with us. What's up guys? And Soren's here, but I think he's AFK. I've spent a little time programming off camera. Now, I have a plan for a build, and it's going to be a little complex to explain, but it's going to use computers, and here's what I've written. I wrote a system that we can store in a file a bunch of information about names and then numbers associated with them. So what I'm going to do is expand this file real quick and just add like a bunch of random numbers to it. And what this is going to be is a list of names and wireless frequencies. And this file locations, when I run the test names command, will list the first 16 locations that are available. Now it kind of randomizes it a little bit. I can use the up and down arrows on my keyboard, so I'm just hitting up and down now to change the position of the highlighted cursor. So like, you know, hitting down moves it down one, and hitting up moves it up one. And when I hit enter, it'll read out the number after the equal sign, which is going to be the frequency. So you can see there it said 126, and here it's going to say 5. And here it's going to say 11. Now if I hit the right arrow, it'll turn the page to the next page, and it'll list out the next set of numbers, which is kind of cool. I should also change something. I just noticed a bug. Not a big deal, but easy enough to fix. I need to do this. When I change the page, I need to set the position equal to 1. So here's this long line of code that I just wrote off camera, because I know you guys don't like seeing code all the time. But don't worry, I will go through this real quick right now and explain how it works. So I should do toss is equal to 1. Alright, real quick and basic, guys. Alright, the first thing I do is read from the file. Okay, so I've got this file called locations, or locs, L-O-C-S, and I'm going to open it up in read-only mode. For now. I'm going to add a function to this later to add locations. Then I create this jump to. This is related to the page that I'm currently on. And I create a current line and set that to 0. So currently reading line 0 of the file. Okay. Jump to, because I only want to do 16 at a time, times the page number minus 1. So currently you can see over here we're set to page 1. So it's 1 minus 1 is 0, so we're jumping to position 0. Does that make sense? 16 times 0 is 0. Cool. Then, for every line in the file, so it's going to go through each line one at a time in the file. And it's going to set the current line, add 1. So now we're currently looking at line 1, the first line in the file. If that line is greater than the jump to position, which is 0 right now, and less than jump to plus 16, then what happens is it'll print the line, which is hidden, so you don't have to worry about that, and then it matches up between the name and the frequency on the colon. Remember, the colon was my separator in my file. And again, it prints it out as just temporary. Neither of these lines actually do you see happening. And then it creates this locations table, and it creates the table with the name and the frequency. So you can look it up by name. So you can say, what's the frequency of Direwolf20? You'd say loc table Direwolf20, and it's frequency 125, let's say. All right, so that's just a high level, basically, how that works. Next thing it does is prints the menu out, and what it'll do is it'll clear the screen, set the current position to 1, 1, which is the top left. The local current position here is the current position that it's writing to, which is set to 1 initially. And it does this count lines thing, so you can determine what line we're currently writing to as well. It's a little different. We'll probably be using current position for the same thing. But what it does is it prints out the name and the position right here, and it sets the text color if the current line that we're writing to is equal to our currently highlighted position, which starts off as 1. But that'll make more sense in a minute. So it makes that red. Otherwise, it prints white. Test key, don't worry about. That was just testing. Get key press. It just does an OS pull event for a key press. And then the key pressed is a number that represents the key that I pressed. The letter Q is number 16. So when I hit Q, it stops this while loop and quits the program. It resets the location table and the position tables. It runs the read file, print menu, and get key commands. And then if the key that I pressed is the up arrow, it subtracts 1 from the current position. And that's how it knows what line to make red. And if it's 208, which is the down arrow, it adds 1. And then if it's 28, which is enter, it prints out the current location. 203 and 205 are left and right, and that's turning the page. So kind of high level. I'll upload this for you guys. I'll paste spin it when I'm a little bit more comfortable with how it works. But again, it's called test names because I'm testing. But I can hit down, and it's increasing the position, and then it's redrawing the screen and changing the color each time. So basically, it's reprinting everything on the screen every time I press a key. That's how you can see that little flash real quick for a second there. Now, if I hit the right arrow, it's going to change page, and left arrow, it's going to change page. Pretty cool, huh? And it's always going to set the current position to 1 every time I change pages. Cool. Why am I doing this? Because I want to make a nice little teleportation system that I can use this computer to set things up. So let me get these numbers out of here because they're a little bit hard to follow. But what I'm going to do is just clear this line out from here. So like, let's imagine that these are the people whose bases you can teleport to, and these are the wireless frequencies that their bases are associated with. Then all I do is run my program, and I choose, I'll get rid of the equal sign in the number, it'll just be a nice little system, and I'll say like, hey, I want to go to Direwolf20's base. So I'll highlight Direwolf20 and hit enter, and it'll set the wireless frequency to 125, as you can see there, and then open up a, portal gun portal to Direwolf20's base. That's the plan. All right, let me unmute TeamSpeak.
Clear.
Hey, I'm back on. I had muted you guys because I was explaining my code and, push to talk and everything.
Oh, we were wondering if they could hear us then.
Oh, you deafened us too, so we were wondering about that.
What's that?
You had deafened us?
I had what?
You had deafened us.
Death and dust?
Oh,
deafened.
As in can't hear.
Oh, muted. Mute is the term.
Oh, you deafened yourself. I get it.
Yeah,
now.
I muted TeamSpeak.
Well, okay.
If I had deafened you, it would mean that you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, well, muted means we can't hear
That would be
you.
nice.
Deafened means you can't hear us.
Sure, I muted TeamSpeak from my perspective. Anyway, Soren, did you see my page turning, Soren? And Soren runs away. He's not in this channel, is he?
No, he hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, I thought he came back because he was like moving around in game.
Oh.
Is that a gravity gun Neptune has? It's been very annoying with picking me up and everything.
So now I think that I've written that code and real quickly explain it to you guys. Like I said, I'll paste spin it, but now I want to build like a nice little house or something over there. So I'm going to go with, I made a bunch of stone bricks, and I was in cheat mode because I was testing this in my single player world a little bit too.
And what's the meaning of this sign, Direwolf? And is there another one that, like, is supposed to be first for it to make sense?
Oh yeah, my golems kept dying because every time Azenor gave us a new version of Thaumcraft, golems would reset. Not anymore, thankfully, but in the past that was happening. So like,
yeah.
Soren made like a little joke sign to the effect of like, our golem used to be here and he's not anymore. Creeper. Alright, so I'm going to run off in this direction. Where do I want to create the teleportation system? Do I want to build it in the middle of this lake? Would that be a cool place? Like, I could probably do this in a 9x9, right? I should be able to fit this in a 9x9, no problem. Now, the only other thing is I might want to set up, like, a Mistcraft linking portal in here as well. But again, I should be able to fit this in a 9x9. So what I'm going to do is build myself a nice little 9x9. Lovely. And Neptune says, sigh. In fact, if
What
we
direction
build
did you wander off in, Direwolf?
Oh, I'm over by the little lake next to the shared liquids room. Should have a turtle in here that can 9x9 for me, can't I? Turtle. Does he have my 9x9 program on him?
Not this lake,
Nope.
apparently.
What's that? He might be a new digger chunk loading for me or something.
There are too many lakes. I see a stone path out into a lake, is that what?
Yeah, that's basically it. Where did I put my turtle that can 9x9 for me?
It's about...
What's that?
I don't...
Might be a new digger.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's not in here. I thought that's where he was. Oh well, I'll find my turtle, guys, and then I'll be back. And I've got a 9x9. Epic. Now, I want to get myself a few of these nifty computers. I'm not sure exactly how I want this whole setup to work. Like, I know I'm going to want probably a portal here that people can walk through. And I'm going to want the computer that's going to access and control the portal to probably be right here, I think. Maybe. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. I don't
Indecisive
know.
Dyer is indecisive.
Yeah. Suddenly I have questions as to whether or not I want this to be this way or not. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, I want it to be nice and, you know, clean looking without, like, any wires or, you know, wireless whatever existing. If I wanted to, I could do this with a wireless transmitter turtle, and then I wouldn't have to do much. That might be a good way to do it. I might do this wireless transfer turtle. Yeah, we'll see. That's at least at first, okay? Now, over here, we're probably going to want to set up a Mistcraft portal? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking might be a wise decision. So yeah, let me not worry about the Mistcraft portal part yet, because that's going to be a little tricky to figure out and get working. First things first will be the portal gun thing. Yeah. So let's get a couple of these and get it started.
I somehow picked up a sorting machine from somewhere.
You probably stole it from me. And I'm recording again. I'm making myself 2 portal spawners. Boom. That looks good. Off to New Digger because I need to make myself some more of these goodies. The wireless transmitters I think that I have in here. Here. Yeah, here. Going to need... yeah. Probably some more of these things. I need glowstone dust and redstone dust. I might need to get... Oh, I know I've got some of this. Cool. No redstone around here, though? Terrible. Terrible fail, Direwolf. Run my quarries some more.
Yeah.
What's up? That'll do. Okay, and we'll probably just want to at least make half of you. Well, I didn't want to do that many. Oh well, it'll work. Receivers, we're going to need 2, at least, to get started with my 2 portal spawners. And I think I want to make one of those wireless... things. That's what I'm looking for. Rether module. So receiver dish, stick, and transceiver. Gets me a Rether module, and this is the guy that I can put on the side of a turtle, and the turtle can do all my wireless frequency stuff for me. So that's going to be pretty neat. And I might just use the turtle I have back at my base. So if I use that turtle, I've got an idea. Not in love with it, but I have an idea. Yeah, I've got a couple ideas. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to want some color monitors, and I don't think there's any color monitor turtles. So that, alright, don't worry though, I've got a plan, but I'm going to take this turtle and upgrade him to the Rether turtle. We're just going to be testing this a little bit, okay? Alright guys, I am back, and I'm placing a portal gun thingy here, and I'm going to use the yellow and the red portal guns, because I don't think anybody's using those. I would imagine nobody's using them. And I'm going to make the yellow one be the one that always exists back at the main area, and I'm going to make the red one the one that always exists at the person's house or location that they want to travel to. And then I'm going to place down the wireless receiver here, and I'm going to rotate this guy, and I'm going to set his frequency. Let's go into the 1000 range. So 1001, we'll set this to TP Dire House. And we'll set frequency 1000, by the way, to TP base. Or, yeah, TP base. That looks good. So this is Dire's house teleporter, right? 1000. Cool. And just for fun, I'm going to place down this wireless receiver and set him like, I don't know, here. And set this guy to the yellow one, right? Cool. So now if I do with this, 1000. And 1001. Red. And yellow. Cool. Looking good so far. Now let's get this Rether Turtle placed down, and I should be able to do the following commands on the Rether Turtle. Alright, so here goes nothing. Wrapping up this episode, but I wanted to show you this part. So, go into Lua. Now, this is a peripheral. If you saw my MISC Peripherals mod spotlight, you'll know how this works, but it's a peripheral on the side of the turtle. So I have to do that whole peripheral wrapping thing. So I'm going to set the variable m equal to peripheral.wrap, whatever module you have on the right-hand side, and it's all happy. Now I can use m.setFrequency. I'll set the frequency right now to 1000. Which one's that? That is this guy. It returned true because it had no problem setting the frequency. And I'm going to m.set, which is turning on and off the frequency, to true. Ta-da! Then I'm going to set the frequency to 1001. Note that it didn't turn off that. So this thing is still on. The wireless frequency 1000 is still enabled. And I'm going to turn on m.set true, frequency 1001. Haha.
Not much up here.
What's that?
Nope.
I'm having fun over here.
Somehow I ran out of scaffolds.
Haha, this is cool. Alright, and then over here we can do m.set false when we're ready to turn both off. And that'll turn off 1001. Then of course I have to set frequency back to 1000 and set it to false. Cool. So this is going to be the effective method for which I do this. I'm probably going to have this turtle hiding somewhere. And I'm going to use the redstone network to control this turtle from my wireless dude. My monitor. Yeah, that'll be cool. It'll be nice and big and in color, and I'm going to probably have some monitors inside that house describing, like, what the current destination is and a couple other cool things. But, we'll see what happens. I want this to be kind of neat. Alright, so Direwolf20, wrapping up. Let's go. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 67. Hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. I'm pretty excited about this build. I think it's going to be really cool when it's done. And we'll come back next time. We'll start building things inside that house over there for the, network of teleporters. And then we'll work on the miscraft part, which I still haven't entirely figured out how I want to do it. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, take it easy.